Well, it's still November, so that means it's Game Boy Color time. So today's game, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Everyone loves Tony Hawk 3. You skate around these big levels, you do a ton of tricks, and you complete objectives within a time limit. I've already covered the first two Game Boy Color Tony Hawk games, and the first one was way too simple and didn't resemble the console version at all. The second game was a lot more faithful, but wasn't very fun to play. So, how's the third one hack up? Well, for starters, it once again resembles the console version in that your goal is to explore levels and complete certain objectives. You go around doing flip tricks, grabs, grinds, and for once, you can actually manual, which that's nice. As you complete objectives, you earn stat points that you can use to upgrade your skater. It's still not a totally free-roaming game because you're still locked into going left and right, but you have the option of moving up or down on these quarter pipes. And there are a decent amount of secret areas, so the levels actually feel like they have something going on here. And the trick system resembles what it should somewhat. Already, it's a big improvement over the second game. This game has a lot of potential, but it's also an extremely hard game to get into. Because if you have any sort of muscle memory with the Tony Hawk games before, then this game is going to mess you up. You see, you jump with A and you grind with B, which is the opposite of how it was in the Game Boy Advance games, so there's no way to change that, so that's messing me up already. And since hitting A in the air makes you do a spin, I'd say half the time when I try to grind a rail, I accidentally hit A and instead just fall flat on my face because I started doing a trick right before hitting the ground. And also, you can use manuals by pushing up and down in the air before you land in order to continue your combos, just like on console. But unlike on console, this only works if you push up and down right before landing, whereas normally you can just push it early and it'll still work. So there's a bunch of changes like this that'll completely mess up anyone with any prior knowledge of how Tony Hawk's played. Also, the level objectives are just borderline impossible, because you unlock new levels when you complete enough of them, but good luck even getting 1 or 2 goals completed, let alone the 8 that you'll need to unlock the first secret level. You see, I need to get 300,000 points in this level. This is the first level in the game, not even the later levels require that many points. Like, is this a typo? This is just impossible. I have a couple other annoyances with this game too. For one, there's no music while skating, just dead silence and the sound of your wheels moving. And doing combos works okay, but it seems that you really slow down a lot while doing longer ones. I never really figured out what that was about. And also, they seem to have made almost every character black for some reason, which is not how it is in real life. So overall, I think Tony Hawk 3 on Game Boy Color is alright. There's a lot of potential here, and it does some things right, but it's just overly difficult to play, and the gameplay still isn't that amazing either way. It took me a long time to adjust to how to play it, and even then, it was still just alright. Still, I would overall say this is the best out of the 3 Tony Hawk games on Game Boy Color. So while I wouldn't really recommend you play any of them to be honest, if you must play one of them, then I'd say make it this one.